Gemini, welcome to your 5 card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we go. Gemini, this is super interesting. So right off the bat, for your protagonist and antagonist, you have 2 major arcana. So we have the sun, which is about illumination, it's about understanding, it's about joy. Okay? I often refer to this as the aha moment. That's if anybody on the channel does grounding work, you know what it's like on a nice spring day when you go outside and the sun is shining and you're barefoot and you step in the grass and you close your eyes and you feel that warm sun and all of a sudden that problem that kept you up late last night, like the answer just boom comes to you. That's the feeling that I get from this card, especially placed right next to the Judgment, because it's like you had a moment of clarity, of warmth, of understanding where the truth of the matter or the resolution to a problem just kind of came to you seemingly out of nowhere. But it kind of feels like the sun, like it's always kind of been there. You're just focused on it. Okay? And that's helping you move into a different direction. So, this aha moment is actually allowing you to let go of a problem that you had and make a decision to move forward away from it. So, I don't know if this is actually letting go, like there was some old energy or an old heartbreak or argument that you couldn't just let go of, and finally you're like, oh, I can let go of it because it wasn't important to win that argument, or I learned something from that heartbreak. It's like that. It's focusing on something for so long and then finally being like, oh, why did this happen for me instead of why did this happen to me, because it's a whole different mindset that you get. That's what I get from these 2 cards together, is you finally figured out the silver lining from a bad situation and you've accepted that things can sometimes happen for a reason, and the knowledge that you gained is more important than the pain that you once felt. So you stepped into the sun, you figured out why something happened to you and what you could learn from it, and you transmuted that energy from pain to knowledge. I like it. There's a quote, and the gentleman's name was Rudolf something or other. I'll find the quote and I'll put it in the description box below. But the quote is, "Wisdom is crystallized pain." That's that. Congratulations, you've learned to let go. And because of that, you now feel like you're going to be able to do that for other things in your life. So, an energy came into your life very recently that was very healing. However, you seem to think that it came from the sun, right? That it came from an outside source, like someone came into your life. But the truth is, it's not that. You found a calmness, and there's a healing energy that's actually coming from you. And because of that, you're attracting better people into your life. Gemini, I like this reading. So, the reciprocity of a situation isn't important anymore. You used to focus on how much people were giving and taking and giving and taking, and now you're just kind of like, how important is it to really keep track of that? Because how I feel about a situation is more important than the actual exchange of energies and ideas. As long as I'm always feeling good and supported, I'm going to continue to move in that energy. So my only question is, why are we reducing the forward movement? I'm going to pull another one to clarify that. Oh, I see. You're dropping your walls. So it's not that, how do I put it? You're slowing down and dropping your defenses so other people can keep up with you. You see, in the past, what you were trying to do was you were always trying to stay one step ahead of everybody because you were afraid to let them see you vulnerable. You always had to outthink everybody, outsmart everybody, outrun everybody because you didn't want them to get that soft little spot. But now you're like, oh, wait, hang on. I see that sometimes we hurt and sometimes we learn from it. And now that I'm attracting better people in my life because I'm healing myself and I'm attracting other people who are healing, now I can be a little bit more vulnerable and see how far I can take this healing so I can slow down and drop my defenses. Yep. All of the things that used to keep you up at night, you're going to start focusing on them one at a time and letting them go just like you did this. So you're going to look at all the losses in your life, the times that you expended energy into people who didn't give that back to you, and you're going to learn how to do this again in order to let that go. You're going to look at all of those times where you rethought that, or I'm sorry, all of those times where you rethought every situation and you had to focus on, we're like, Alan Watts calls it chatter in the skull, thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts, Um, those types of things where you thought about something so much you lost touch with reality, you've already started to let that go. And the things that keep you up at night, the conversations that you have over and over, the shoulda, coulda, woulda, did I really do that? Those are the things you're going to let go. But you can only work on one at a time. So when we look at the overall theme here, you reaping what you sow, this is you taking those past seeds that you planted, the pain, the hurt, the heartache that you tried to outrun. And this is you stopping, waiting, looking at what you've done, and choosing to make peace with it in order to move on. Gemini, I like this. I like this a lot. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. And this is some real shadow work here. You are taking some negative energy and you are transmuting it into lessons learned. There's a lot of growing up to do here. I like it. See you guys next week.